Okay, so I found the abandoned mine, finally. I was really close to it. Gravel, baby. I'm telling you, gravel. Go with the gravel. I went upstairs and did chores and let the mobs despawn because it was just nuts. Excuse me. Notice I marked that silverfish block. It turned out not to be a silverfish block. I was just using a stone pick and not an iron one. I'd been using an iron one around the area because of the emeralds. Several emeralds in this area. Anyway, so I started digging the gravel, and boom, there was another emerald. And behind that, I cut away to dig down because I figured that's pretty boring. Right up there, when I dig out that coal. See? So apparently this mine shaft right where I came in is 3, maybe 4 stories tall, which means mobs can drop on me, which means near all my entrances I have to make sure every level is well lit, or I'm going to have cooties all over me. Plus they'll be climbing the stairs. Maybe not quickly, but they will. So here we are. I'm good to go. I've got plenty of resources. I need string. That's one of the main reasons I came down here. I'm going to need more fishing poles, but most important, I'm going to need a bow. Because if I'm going to be down here shooting cooties, I want to do it from range distance and not melee if I can help it. I have a full suit of iron armor. I have an iron sword. I should be good to go. But it's early in the game. I don't see well. My mouse doesn't work well. Like the roller thingy, the middle button roller thingy doesn't select very well, partly because of permanent cat hair in my life. I should have a pair of shears to be cutting those spider webs. That's silly. I have plenty of iron. I need just to make one. See how close that is and how easily something could jump on my head? Anyway, so I'm pretty well suited up, but of course I can't enchant anything yet. I just don't want to take any chances because I don't see very well and so on. But yeah, I need cooties and I need lots of them. I need bone meal. I have to start a wheat farm so that it's safe to spawn my cow eggs and my sheep eggs. I have plans for wool. I want to make some really nice structures with wool. But cows, of course, because I want leather for books, because I can't make an enchanting table without those either. I'm not as worried about diamonds. I will find diamonds. Oh, I wanted to tell you that when you're mining over your head, when I'm mining over my head, I'm not going to tell you what to do, I'm going to tell you what I do. When I'm doing this, my finger is hovering over the S key, which is the go backwards key, so that if I see the slightest inkling of lava, now I didn't hear any lava, but sometimes you don't, and I've got my drip particles turned on, not the animated lava and not the animated water and all that stuff, but I've got my drip particles turned on so that if there is something fluid over my head, I should see the drippies. But I'm very careful to keep my finger on that S key, so if I need to back up, I can do it in a heartbeat while I'm mining. Didn't mine the gold yet because it's too important to make sure that the mine is blocked off so that I don't get any sneak attacks and surprises from, now see this hole? I thought, well, I'm not going to go down there because I don't know what's down there yet and blah, blah, blah. Nothing can get up except a cave spider and I don't hear any of those, so I'm not too worried about it, but I really need string. So I'm going to cut down this spider web. Guess where the spider web went? Yeah. So, okay, I guess I'm going down in the hole. So all I did was hop down there, grab it, and put down a jack-o'-lantern real quick. So when I am ready to go down there, there won't be any cooties right by the entrance, I hope. And I won't forget that because you know me, if there's gravel, dude, it's coming out because it may be a confirmation bias, as one viewer said in comments, but it looks to me like every time there's gravel, it's not a dead end. It means something interesting's hiding behind there. So here I am back at the top of the stairs. I've moved my chickens over to Extreme Hills biome because, yes, they were dying off. The chicken pen I had over in the jungle biome only had one chicken left in it last time I came in. So yes, I brought my chickens over here, and there's that little room that had gravel and water in it down at the base of the stairs that I was putzing around in, letting the mobs start spawning over by the abandoned mine behind the wall. That's a nice little room. It's all covered with grass now, and it'll be a great place to put more chickens downstairs so I can have access to arrows and stuff real quick. It's a room I built. I'm telling you, the game is really laggy. As I was building this and putting down gravel to make air blocks, I would start suffocating in gravel blocks, even though I wasn't standing near them, because apparently the gravel blocks were just being hinky. So be careful when you're building until they get the bugs out. They still haven't released 1.6 yet, and it was supposed to be out by the end of last month. So it tells me that they know there's a lot of bugs, and they're working on it before they release it. Good old Dinnerbone, who got trounced in ultra hardcore. That was just brutal. Doc still feels guilty about killing Dinnerbone, but it all turned out to be good karma because one of the new buffed up skeletons killed Doc not too long after that, so Dinnerbone killed Doc. I've been collecting flint and chicken feathers so that I could immediately make arrows as soon as I could get a bow. I have a good stock of arrows now. Just wanted you to see I'm using this for an organizing thing. I don't have, obviously, item frames because I don't have cattle. It's kind of a waste of cattle to use them on item frames unless you're doing something really cool and decorative. So you see next to the chests I've put what the items are that are inside the chests. I see a lot of people claim they have OCD. What they don't, what they really have is real hard times just organizing stuff. Eventually I will have one chest for each kind of tool because I'm vision impaired, and I accidentally picked up an extra pickaxe when I meant to pick up an extra axe. When I go mining, I take 4 of everything. Well, not everything, but 4 pickaxes, 4 axes, and 4 shovels to start with. Because face it, shovels break fast, and you're going to have room in your inventory for stuff. And plus, I build little mine operation areas down low that'll have a chest and a furnace, at least one furnace, and a crafting bench in them. Lots of glass because I've got lots of sand. Plus it's XP. So 5 furnaces is suiting me just fine right now. I don't seem to need any extras. I'm pretty much relying on chicken for food, and I don't like that, which is another reason I'd like wheat. I also need to start killing zombies because I want carrots and potatoes. Now, in one of the videos I did see that there might be an underwater village, and these kids that were playing there, they're from Thailand. I could tell by the script and by the sound of the language, even though I can't understand the language. They found an underground village in this game, and there were potatoes floating over the garden. So I'm not going to count on that, but I would eventually, if I find that village, I would eventually like to glass it in and fix it up and make air pockets, make the whole thing have air, and restore the village. And maybe I'll put my villagers in there if I can make safe transport back and forth from my base, my home, my start, my spawn. Got tons of paper because I've been gathering sugar cane like a crazy person. And usually when I have a stack of 64 sugar cane, I immediately convert it to paper so that I'll have lots and lots of books. Also, I haven't eaten any of my apples. As hungry as I've gotten, whenever apples fall, I put them in my chest because I've been wanting to make golden apples, because eventually I'm probably going to cure zombie villagers, and or if I get in a tangle with an Enderman, or who knows what I'll need golden apples for, but they seem like a really good idea. I built the back storeroom so that creepers, I haven't built it yet. You're seeing the chest there with my most precious things in it. That one chest that's segregated from all the others. The old accidentally throw an egg instead of closing the gate trick. There's one chest that's segregated from all the others. I'm very worried. It seems to me that creepers spawn more readily in jungle biomes, and that is a jungle biome back there in my storeroom. I'm very worried about my most precious things, the things I cannot replace, like the spawn eggs, tree saplings, that sort of thing. I'm really worried about them getting blown up by a creeper. So I will build a locker, a stronghold kind of deal, to hide all my stuff in. Like those saplings sitting there, they look really cute, but if a creeper spawned in there, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have a jungle tree, and I need a jungle tree because eventually I'm going to grow 4 jungle trees together so that I can have vines, because climbing up and down with vines is a whole heck of a lot easier than having to spend the time and waste the wood to build ladders, or the potential dangers of water chutes and that kind of thing. I really like vines for climbing. So, yeah, I left that. I'm leaving the tall trees up there because it just looks so cool to look up and see them there. This is where I was going to end the video, but I thought I would show you. It's mysterious floating egg. I have a real hard time with these doors. Even though, like, I walked into it to make sure I was pointed the right way, after I press the button, I'm not quite lined up and I can't quite get in. But this is that little storeroom I built with my most precious things in it, so that creepers can't blow them up. And you notice there's jack-o'-lanterns everywhere. So this gets a little boring because, like, every time I find an apple, I make another golden apple. And right now I'm showing off my spawn eggs because I'm really proud. So I can make fishing poles anytime I want now, and I can make bows anytime I want. It's a big relief. I was very worried about the fishing pole thing. I'll be doing a lot of fishing off camera because I would like to tame ocelots, because I am very worried about creepers. Plus, I just really like cats. And so fishing poles will be a big deal soon. I try to be every time I get done with a mining operation or get done harvesting trees or whatever, when I get done with an operation, I try to come back and sort through the stuff, put it away in the right place, craft it into whatever it needs to be. Yay, another apple! I wasn't expecting that. I've got boku pumpkins now and plenty of jack-o'-lanterns. There's a good supply of coal down there. I'm always running into coal whether I want to or not, so I don't have to worry about coal for furnaces or for torches to make jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm good to go, but I am nervous about having all these chickens in one place. This room is too low for those trees. They're not growing. I may take it down one level. I don't know. Once I get down into the mine more, I'll be able to build a very, very tall tree farm so that I can start goofing around with those jungle saplings. I'd like to, I have to start with just one tree. Hopefully it will drop enough saplings that eventually I'll get to the point where I'll have 4 saplings. Because when you grow them side by side, they make really huge giant trees that automatically come with vines, and sometimes automatically come with cocoa beans. And I would like to have natural cocoa beans. I'll probably find some in a chest in a dungeon someplace. But wouldn't it be nice if I can grow them? I don't know if I can, but I mean just naturally. But we will give it the old college try. Or the old junior college try. I did go to university for a little while, but I really couldn't afford it. So I never did get to finish a degree. So this is about it. Things are shaping up. And I still can't get through my door, but I want an iron door, dude. I don't want any creepers blowing up my cool booty. And I'm getting a good collection of really nice stuff. So here we are. Typical Minecraft day in Atlantis.